Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. Happy Mother's Day. Money in the Bank is finished. It's over. Money in the Bank 2020. And wow, some of the comments that I've gotten, especially from Rough Cuts, Sal Lasardo Jr., he says, what the hell did we just watch? Well, let me go down the card. There was a lot of stuff on this pay-per-view, but kind of different. But I want to start off by saying thank you to the WWE and all the wrestlers who participated, all the production people, the camera people, everyone, because it was a night of maybe unusual, but a night of entertainment. Pro wrestling, not all of it, some of it. Let's start off with the pre-show dark match, and I don't know why this is a dark match. Jeff Hardy defeated Cesaro. It was good to see the match, and yeah, so that was the first one. MVP was slated to wrestle R-Truth, and R-Truth, by the way, has got to be one of the most. I think they just kind of let him loose with some lines. He's got to be one of the most inventive people. Just when some of the lines he comes out with that I think he thinks of on the top of his head, it's something a writer couldn't just say, hey, why don't you say this one? Yeah, I think a lot of this is just coming out of him. Anyway, he was supposed to wrestle MVP, and MVP got in the ring, and all of a sudden Lashley came down, and Lashley said to MVP, you've got the night off tonight. R-Truth looked shocked. He said, well, can I have the night off? R-Truth he had the crap beaten out of him tonight by Lashley. Lashley, a new, angry, really PO'd, aggravated, horribly wanting revenge on everybody. And he beat the tar out of R-Truth tonight. It was for the WWE SmackDown tag team belts. It was the New Day against Miz and Morrison, the Forgotten Sons, the Lucha House Party, and it wound up with Big E pinning Grand Metalik. Decent match. It was a lot of action. A lot of action in the match. Bayley retained her WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I used to know her when she was really nice. Sasha Banks was at ringside. The victory was over Tamina Snuka. I like to call her by her full name there. And Tamina really had the upper hand during most of the match. However, some distraction from Sasha Banks caused Tamina to lose focus, and yeah, Bayley pinned her, rolled her up and pinned her. In one of the more unusual matches of the night, it was Braun Strowman defending his WWE Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt. And at the beginning, it was all Braun Strowman, but Wyatt got the lead a couple of times, and some of Bray Wyatt's puppets showed up to the match. I'm looking for puppets on my desktop here. Well, just puppets popped up there from the Funhouse. Okay, Bill, you can go back. And it just took any believability out of the whole thing. And at one point, Strowman thrown out of the ring, you can't see him, and he comes back up with the mask on, that weird black, like lamb mask or whatever it was that he wore when he was a member of the Wyatt family. And it appeared he was going to make amends and go back to Bray Wyatt. And I have to tell you, I'm going to use this word, and I rarely use it. The acting here was really good, especially on Bray Wyatt's face when they hugged. But Strowman took the mask off, broke the mask with his foot, and then went on to defeat Bray Wyatt. So not much of a funhouse. In the best match of the night, in my opinion, this was a really competitive match. WWE champion Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins. Rollins almost won the title back 100 times, and at the end of the match, it was finally a Claymore that put Rollins away, but in a show of good sportsmanship, McIntyre came back in the ring and offered Seth Rollins his hand, a handshake, and Rollins accepted it. Drew McIntyre, an excellent role model for what the champion should be. And Seth Rollins should have zero shame about losing to Drew McIntyre. Okay, Shayna Baszler was originally picked to win the Money in the Bank ladder match over Asuka, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Lacey Evans. Now, that's the original pick by our predictor, Don Murphy. He also picked AJ Styles to win the men's Money in the match, which took place in the executive offices of the WWE Titan Towers in Stamford, Connecticut. At the beginning of this, I said that Sal Lasardo, Mr. Roughcut, said, "What the hell did we just watch?" Kind of agree with it, but my pick in the men's won. Now, I didn't know that both the men's Money in the Bank ladder match and the women's one were going to take place at the same time, with the Money in the Bank briefcases at the top of the building on the roof, and two of them, one for a man, one for a woman. We had some incredible moments. We had some we had some cameos by Brother Love, Doink the Clown, or someone pretending to be him, Stephanie McMahon, Paul Heyman at a buffet, and both the men and the women were all at this buffet, and a food fight broke out. Otis had so much to eat, and I think he and Nia Jax made friends during this whole thing. Toward the end of what was going on here, Asuka was on top getting ready to pull one of the two Money in the Bank briefcases down, and Baron Corbin went up the other side, and he was going to grab one. They were going to grab one, but Asuka pushed him down. It made no sense to me. Maybe you can make sense of it. It made no sense. Maybe it was in a language error. I have no idea. In the finish, Asuka won the women's, and ready for this, at the top of the ladder was AJ Styles and Baron Corbin, both of them just trying to grab it, and they got it down, and they were going back and forth with it, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Elias came out, whacked Corbin with a chair. The Money in the Bank briefcase dropped, and Otis caught it. My pick, Otis caught it, and he won the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. Where the heck was Mandy Rose? I thought there would be a hug and a kiss, maybe tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. But again, the match of the night was definitely the Messiah, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. And if you're into entertainment, the Money in the Bank fiasco might have been your cup of tea, but yeah, Sal, what the hell did we just see? Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. Thanks for watching my recap of Money in the Bank. Hope you're all well, and moms, I hope you had a great Mother's Day. See you at the matches eventually.